Hey everyone, this is Tom from MonTac here, and we are back at it again with another match of the week. And this time we have got the current champion, Crimson, looking to defend their title against Mystfire. Now, of course, we had the match over the weekend between Mystfire and APOC in a contender matchup, and Mystfire was victorious, so we're going to see them take on Crimson for the Pro Division title, looking to secure their 6th title. Mystfire is, so it'll be very interesting to see if Crimson can hold them off. Of course, in their last matchup, Mystfire actually bricked pretty hard and was able to play any cards, leading to Crimson ending the match very quickly. However, this game, I feel like it might be a bit different, considering Mystfire is now running the Starlet archetype, which is probably the most consistent card deck in the game. So this will be very interesting to see how this ends up going. But of course, Mystfire, I believe, is on a 2-3 match win streak now, and of course, Crimson on a 5-match win streak. So, a very exciting matchup indeed. Starting with Mystfire, it looks to be. Here we go. Roll of 5 to start. Here we go, and of course, Zweistein judging. Very much appreciated. Here we go! So, Starlet's very first time, or at least the Starlet archetype, very first time in a title match. So, this will be very interesting to see how this plays. Of course, Artemis, what it does is it sends, when it's played, it can get 2 Starlet cards from the deck, and then, while it's in play, give all Starlet monsters in play an additional attack. It does need to send a blue diamond, which is going to be Mask here. Really nicely played, and we're going straight into Starlet Wrath. And we're going to respond with a Coconut Hut. Ooh! This is going to be interesting. So Starlet Wrath is a card that every turn adds a counter to itself, and then all monsters you command gain additional attacks equal to the amount of counters Starlet Wrath has on it. However, Crimson at any time can sacrifice 4 health to get rid of Starlet Wrath. But as we've just seen before, Crimson is going to put down the Coconut Hut, which will also allow them to send cards during their preparation stages or enemies' preparation stages to their asset pile to gain health points and boost their smaller monsters. And this card, of course, as well, you can sack 4 to get rid of. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. We're going to Arachne right off the bat. Arachne is a really strong card, really more for the late game though, because it gains 700 for each Starlet counter in play. Basically what Starlet is trying to do this game is get as many counters on board to act as aggressive tactics. So they've got the, of course, as many if they get as many counters on board, they can boost their Arachne. If they can get sometimes like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different counters, which means their Arachnes are hitting around 4,000. Not even hard to do at all. Now, of course, they've also got this Alexis in play, which is really good because during Mystfire's turn they can sacrifice it to double the power of a Starlet monster in play. So a very aggro start from, and we're going for Serenity. Going to mill 2, not 3. Interesting choice there. That's going to give you... Ooh, and they hit Herald. That is a very nice mill. That is really nice mill. But what's the other card? Oh, they lost Max 10. I don't think Crimson's running anything that pops constants. So let's see. Okay, Ava's Specialty, which will add counters to everything. So that's going to give a... I think it's 5 times 7, so it's 3,500 at this stage. Arachne. Going Destroyer Swords now. Okay, this will be interesting. So they've got a crap load of attacks. Holy smokes. 4 attacks on everything. This is incredible. Yep, they're trying to get Ava now moved to the Expel. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be very interesting to see what Crimson is using. They're known for Vigilantes, but the question is, do they stick to it? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're going in with Jared. So this looks like typical Vigilantes Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So veggies have no counter to the constants that Starlet have, but they have a really good amount of specialty removal, which is fantastic against it's really good against the power boosting and strength of Starlet, but Starlet do have those huge power-ups in general. And I believe also Alexis will double and won't be affected by specialty removal when it doubles something, so there are definitely ways to work around it here. This is a classic play from Crimson. Definitely what got them to the title and got through Zweistein as well. So this is just very, very textbook vigilante here. We'll have to see. So Coconut Hut, of course, is going to be really good here to boost up those Dans. Basically, it sends it to the acid pile during your next preparation stage. You can play it. Gives you 2 health points as well, and it will boost the monster you send by 1,000 till it perishes. So that will allow them to kind of ramp up their cards, but Starlet's going to have much bigger boys on board. Now that Dylan's really good, so the Dylan you just dropped there, class 4, is really good because of its ability to special move stuff, and they're going to go after Artemis. That's interesting. Artemis is a weird pick here. I mean, I guess it takes away one of the attacks, but they're going to get that attack back from Starlet Wrath anyway, so I guess they might sack 4 for Starlet Wrath, to be fair. We'll have to see how this plays out. So we're going to sacrifice 2 health points to remove a Serenity counter from Starlet's Serenity. Okay, that will drop Arachne down. Okay, not going to be enough. They still can't out it. Okay, they're going to sack 4. Or are they not sacking 4? Ooh, looks like they're going to leave Starlet Wrath. Okay, so I guess the question is, how quick does Mystfire want to win this match? I would say they're probably going to be a bit more cautious, as they really want to get to that title, of course. Their last time they had the title, ooh, that's a 1. Okay, so players who aren't familiar with, or people who are watching who aren't familiar with MonTac, 1 is a really good roll when you've got board presence. Basically, what you roll depends on what your enemy can respond with, ranging from 1 to 6. 6 meaning anything can be played, and 1 being very, very restrictive. This is going to be very interesting to see if Mystfire can capitalize here. We're only in the 3rd turn, of course, but already there's definitely a way for him to get lethal here. We've got 4 attacks. He's got 12 attacks in total. If he takes out all 3 and then goes for 9 attacks, he does have lethal. And Crimson does not have much defenses at all. Roll of 1-2. This is going to be difficult. Going into conflict. Here we go. Alexis is engaging Dan. Casualty, which will sacrifice. So Casualty can be played on a Vigilante regardless of class because of Dan, and allows him to play a Darius from deck, which will not be enough considering we've got an Alexis that can boost. The question is Guilty Sea a class 1 or 2? I've actually forgotten. I think it's... So remember, everything's got 4 attacks, so this can definitely do that. So we're going to double Casualty here, which would get them a 2nd Darius. I know Null Factor is a thing here, but I still feel like this is a very reckless maneuver from Crimson. Do they have a Guilty Sea in hand? Because if not, they're going to lose a lot of their board. Vigilantes definitely are one of the best decks currently in the format, so it is a good choice. And Alexa's looking to clear all the foot soldiers. It's a really nice play from Mystfire here, because if in the event that Crimson tries to out it, they can just use Alexis to sacrifice it to boost Arachne. So it's just a really nice play from Mystfire here. So we got 3 attacks from Alexis, 1 more left for Alexis, and then we got 6 more attacks left. So I don't believe we've got lethal anymore, but we do have a very advantageous board state. Okay, so of course Arachne is only 2800. Oh, it's 3500 now. Okay, fantastic. So that is definitely going to be big enough to deal with Darius. However, we have to be aware of the null factor play here. Arachne going after Darius. Are we going to see a guilty? Ooh, that's a good play. In response, sacking 4 to get rid of it. Ooh, that is a fantastic play there from Crimson. Ooh, drops Arachne down to 1400. Dang, that is a brutal maneuver, but very well done. So it looks like we're going to have Arachne perishing. Here we go. They could sacrifice a Serenity counter. Is it a good idea? Maybe not, but it's definitely doable. Is Start Wrath playable at any time? No, I won't be able to gain the counter this time. You could play it, but it won't get the counter immediately. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Arachne's gone. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Now, does not necessarily mean Mystfire doesn't have any more plays. Okay, so they're going to go to hand refill. Okay. Mystfire's first assault has been quelled. Let's see what Crimson can do when it goes to their turn. We're entering the 4th turn of the game. Of course, once we have 10 turns done and enter the 11th, we'll reach sudden death. Another one! Ooh, okay, this is going to be very interesting. I wonder if Crimson can capitalize. Okay, so we're going to grab the Jared from the asset pile, which is going to give an extra 1000. And then they're going to send it back to the asset pile, giving Crimson an extra 2 health. So Mystfire letting that coconut hut be is a bad idea. He definitely needs to address that hut immediately, because it is getting Crimson too much advantage right now. It means that if Mystfire plays another if Mystfire plays and another Start Wrath, they can just sack 4 to get rid of it. So Mystfire is getting hard counted. Okay, so when you use Darius to specialty move Alexis, Mystfire is getting hard counted right now. Mystfire needs to get rid of that hut. That hut is going to mess up Mystfire in the long term. Okay, so they're specialty moving. This is going to be brutal for Myst, I'm not going to lie. It is going to be one hard match to win. Okay. Yeah, they just confirmed the ruling now of Darius. It has 2 different specialties. So the first specialty can play stuff from the deck, and the second specialty can remove the specialty of something. So they are opting not to give Mystfire the ability to play something from their deck, but they will specialty move their Artemis and Alexis. Here we go. So same cards left in deck. Mystfire has a little more in hand. Mystfire's obviously got Starlight Serenity they can use. So that goes. Mystfire really needs to out that hut. Seriously needs to deal with the hut. I thought that's the best advice I give Mystfire in this moment, is get rid of hut immediately. They need to get rid of hut immediately. Like, so badly get rid of hut now, especially that Crimson has less than 4 health. Now is the time to deal with hut and stop him from getting those health points, because that is going to be huge. I will say I'm not sure on how Mystfire wins this matchup at this stage if they do not deal with hut. Going for Operator. Operator's a good play here. That can deal with one of the Darius. It will also have good stats. We'll see if we have an immediate response. Now, Mystfire also has access to Rapture Dragon. However, Operator is probably better in this scenario. Rapture Dragon's always good to save for those bigger asset monsters. So they're going to pop a card from the top of the deck to pop one of the Darius, which will give an extra 1700 boost, which will put Operator up to 3600. Which means it will have enough to deal with the other Darius, which is really nice playing from Mystfire. So they are doing well. They are getting through the big boys in Crimson's deck. The problem is, it's just late game. I mean, Barox is going to just rip through Mystfire's board, and if they've got not much of a late game, I just think it's kind of over here, but we'll have to see. I think if Mystfire pushes too hard, they will get hard counted, so this is probably going to be a bit of a longer one. Safe to say Mystfire is taking this incredibly seriously, though. They are not trying to get too reckless. Going Operator, this is probably going to get Guilty Seed. Monomace. Ooh, Monomace. Monomace is a very interesting card at this stage. So Monomace is going to add 900, which will be just enough. And they're going to reveal their hand to Crimson. Now, of course, we can't see what that is. But apparently Mystfire has 2 Marine Guards in hand. Hammer down, looking very nice at this stage. Ooh, this is going to be... Here we go. Is there going to be a regen drop? That's what I want to know. Outcast Axe wouldn't be enough. Sorry, they just mentioned an Outcast Axe. So, what is Crimson going to do here? Do they go Guilty? Guilty is a weird play. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. Mystfire has just taken out both Darius. That is really nice. So now all he has to deal with is the Barox, and Vigilante should be majorly dismantled after that. Of course, they do have Athena, so once he drops Barox, I assume he could go into Rapture Dragon Herald. Or actually, not Rapture Dragon Herald, sorry, Rapture Dragon Invictus. And that would give him the board wipe on Barox. He just has to deal with the final Barox. I don't believe we see any sort of overdrive tactics from Crimson, so things. Oh, that was a really nice turn for Mystfire. They definitely turned this around. Alright, and Crimson has rolled for 2. I'm going to go Jared from the hut. Here we go. Let's see what they come up with. Alrighty then. So we've got roll of 2. We've got Jared going back into the hut, which would give 2 health points to Crimson. Okay, so we've got the Dylan going after... specially moving Operator. What the heck? Okay, we're going to specially move Operator. Okay. So Operator will drop down to 1900, which is definitely more doable, but still too big for Dylan here. So, at this stage, we've got probably 2 Baroks in Crimson's asset pile. We've got a Rapture Dragon Invictus in Mystfire's asset pile, and we also have an Athena in Mystfire's asset pile. So, Mystfire has what he needs to out both Baroks. However, where things start to get a bit more contentious is that, well, of course, Crimson has an Apex, which is basically the highest tier of a synergy. It is a Overlord Vigilante Darius is expected. Of course, he may not actually run it, but if he does, he's probably running something like Titus, which is still pretty huge. So Mystfire's going to need a way to out that as well. And they're going to pass it back to Mystfire. Interesting. Crimson is very cautious. Going to impose a card in hand. Imposing Cupid, it looks like. Dylan goes there. That is good for Dylan. Dylan's going to get an extra 1,000 in next conflict. And we're going to Marine Guard. That is a good play from Crimson. Must help their hand as well. Dylan will still be at 2150 in its next conflict, as it has not yet participated in one. And we've reached the 8th turn of the game. Okay, so we got the roll of 1 for turn. We are not in sudden death, so both players still in a good spot. I'm going to play Jared from Hut. I still can't believe Mystfire has not dealt with that Hut. But of course, he does have limited experience with it, so he may not realize how important it is to get rid of it. Okay. Have we played anything from Asset for Crimson? I don't think he has. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think he has. Ooh, okay. So such a huge advantage now for Crimson. They've got 2 more cards than Mystfire does in terms of what their asset has. Unless he's got some pretty weak asset monsters, this is looking very good for Crimson right now. Hut goes back, gain another 2 health. Going to conflict. And now that Dylan can beat over the operator, but they're going to go after Cupid instead, which is the right play, because operator will perish at the end of this turn anyway. Very nicely played from Crimson. They're being very conservative. They're playing this the right way, but I think it's going to be interesting how Mystfire handles this health race we got on. Roll of 3 for Mystfire. Okay. Roll of 3 for Mystfire. They're going to be running out of options. They're going to have to probably go into that Starlit Wrath soon. But it's going to be sacked 4 to deal with it. I just can't believe they haven't dealt with Hut yet. Hut is such a crucial card to get rid of. I'm just not sure where... Do they think that Crimson's going to, I don't know, lose health? Maybe he's only running 1 Starlit. That could be something. Maybe he's only running the single copy. Going for Alina. Late game Alina. That's a bit of an unusual situation, but it's really good to add any 3 cards from deck to hand. And he gets Arachne out. But Arachne's got 0 power. Oh dear. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Arachne being dropped definitely feels like he's going to go into Starlit Wrath again, but there's no health. Oh, he's got too much health to deal with that Starlit Wrath. I'm just not sure how Mystfire makes that a good card here. I guess if Mystfire's running Fox, maybe? Ooh, we're going to play Alexis by sending a Starlit. Okay. They're playing Serenity, you're going to mill 2. I wonder why they don't go for 3. Maybe they just don't want to be extra conservative. But they've just milled 2 and they've got both their earphones are gone. Ooh. I just don't know how does Mystfire deal with Crimson's deck right now? I don't think they've got a way to do it. Starlight Wrath is going to come down, and you know Crimson's going to out that immediately. Oh, he's so going to out that. There's no way he lets that be. There's no way. Oh, come on, Mist. What are you doing? He's going to sack 4 for that so hard. And once he does, Arachne will drop to 1400, which will leave Crimson open with 2 health. But Crimson's got so much asset left. I mean, I just don't know why Mystfire hasn't dealt with that hut. Because at that stage, if they have gotten rid of the hut, I don't believe Crimson has the other health. Well, I know Vigis actually have some health gain. That's actually a good point. They do have Gareth, which is good health, but still, at least they could have made it a bit more difficult. I'm just not sure where does Mystfire feel like this is going to do well. So Arachne's got a lot of attacks, we know that. But the issue isn't really the attacks. The issue is he's going to lose Wrath by Crimson sacrificing 4 health points. Dang, I just don't know how does Crimson, how does Mystfire just make this mean something? Well, let's see. Arathor engages Dylan. If you're Crimson this stage, you probably sack the 4 immediately to stop him from getting additional attacks. That would be what I would do. But we're going to go for face. Sack 4, come on. You got to sack the 4. And then if Mystfire sacks 4 to get rid of Hut, that's a good way to play this. Oh gosh. But of course, they are the competitive players. They are at the peak of the pro division, so I'm sure they've got some sort of strategy in mind. Marine Guard here. Marine Guard will end the turn again. Oh dear. Mystfire's onslaughts are getting dealt with very easily. The final turn before sudden death. Roll of 5. Champion rolls a 5. 28 minutes in. Even Barrock's here. Can't be played. Gosh, this is going to be brutal. Oh dear. Coconut Hut. Why did they take so long to deal with Hut? Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that's a huge Jared right there. What is Mystfire gonna do? Good thing it doesn't have multi-attack, but still. And they're gonna go Lance. Lance doesn't really do much considering you've got Serenity in play, but it's a good addition. Regenerator. Okay. Just gonna switch out the new regenerator there. Okay, so we got the new one in there. Regenerator is really good here, not gonna lie. Gives him tons of health. It's gonna give him tons of anti-special removal. do wonder why Mystfire didn't try to run Regenerate himself, but to be fair, he is running a lot of constants already. Going to pop something, let's see what they're attempting. Going for Arathor, let's see if... And they're going to let it die. Okay, you know, you don't Rapture Dragon here, surely. That doesn't make sense. Okay, and that will give them the regens they want. Oh dear. How does Mystfire survive this? They're just getting hard counted right now. Okay, so we got 4600 Jared. We got Arachne on board. We got Alexis on board. Go into conflict. $46/15. What's Mystfire gonna do? If they go into Rapture Dragon here, I just don't think that's a good play. I know you're dealing with the 4600, and that's great. Okay, good. Okay, so Arachne's gonna have more than Jared, but Jared's, they can just sack 4 to get rid of that Starved Wrath. Oh dear. This is brutal. Another 5, so good rolls here all around. And we're in sudden death, which means any wounding is lethal, which means Crimson will be forced to deal with anything if they lose their Jared. But there is something to be aware of in this situation, is that Jared is 4600. And Mystfire does not have a easy out. And if he does have an easy out, he probably shouldn't use it, considering he'll probably want to wait for Barox. So I guess Hammer Down? But then we know that Crimson's got regens. Oh, we got the earphones. Great play. Holy smokes, that is huge. So the reason this is exciting is that earphones out Rampage and earphones in Subdued have a bit of a combo where they can be played as a monster with the specialty that when they engage a monster, they gain power equal to the current power of the enemy monster plus the original of earphones, so it can beat over basically anything. And in this scenario, it is a perfect counter because regen will not do anything. I think you could probably go for Guilty Sea in this scenario. And there's no more Marine Guards from Crimson, which is huge. That is actually quite a big deal because without Marine Guard, there's no clear-cut way to deal with this. And we're going to go double earphones. Holy smokes. Okay, so we're going to get both Rampage specialties online. Okay, this is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. And they're going to get the 3 additional attacks, so I'm not going to lie. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is not bad at all. If they can force the aggression here, Mystfire will be in a very nice spot. Okay. Go into conflict. This will get up to a total of what? 4650 beating over Jared if this happens. If this gets through, I think Mystfire is back in the game, but I don't think it will get through. Is he going to let it through? Yeah, it would go back down. Ooh, here we go. Oh, null factor. Oh, null. Oh my gosh. And this is a regen in hand. Phenomenal play from Crimson. Just excellently done. Holy smokes. dear goodness. Surely Mist has the regen. If they don't, then this is a huge counter. Dang. Oh, no. This is ruthless. Crimson is just taking this match apart. This is so brutal. Oh, this is so nasty. If you go for Rapture Dragon here, you will not have a counter. Oh, this is so ruthless. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. The regen's there. Oh dear, that is really difficult. I don't know how Mystfire is going to win at this stage. This is brutal. This is absolutely crazy. My goodness. Passing turn. Holy smokes. We're going to get rid of a Serenity counter. Mystfire is just getting countered so hard right now. I don't think we've ever seen Mystfire in this kind of scenario. That is just incredible. Crimson has definitely built the deck ready to be a very dominant pro champion. And the roll of 5. My goodness. This is brutal. Crimson has double the asset, almost. Double the deck, almost double the asset, and the same amount of cards in hand. I don't think Mystfire has a way to survive at this stage. I think they've allowed the hut to take over. I think that hut has absolutely won Crimson this match. Gosh, you can't let the hut keep going. But this will be a tough lesson here for Mystfire to learn. Oh dear. Gosh. That is unfortunate. They're going to have to use the Rapture there. Probably all they had to do, but... gosh, that's so brutal. Regenerator is going to be so helpful here. Dear goodness. That is so strong. So very well played. Mystfire is getting hard counted. I don't believe there's much left for Mystfire to do, to be honest. Why would you... Okay. Oh, why? They're just going to sack the health anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. That is brutal. This looks very strong for Mystfire, but a single popping of that style will just be it, won't it? This is brutal. Gosh, this hurts to watch. This is just brutal. Arachne going for game. Dang. Operator comes down. Oh, that's going to force the Starlet. Oh, this is so nasty. Oh, this is so nasty. Athena can definitely activate here. Okay, so Athena on play has the specialty that it can deal with that operator, but... Don't take down! Why would you take away from Serenity? Oh! Why? Gosh, that's so brutal. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Operator is gone. Also, is Athena... Oh, Athena will add counters to stuff. But it can only add to start Wrath. Oh, and it's gonna... Oh my gosh. This is brutal. Barox is hitting field. Why would you play Barox? Going after Barox, and Guilty Seer is gonna just slap this so hard. Oh, even worse, Hammer Down. The counters are just never ending. Regen. Guilty Sea, here it comes. Four health to get Restored Wrath. Sheesh. Just hard counted Mystfire here. It is a very strong play here. Surely this is it then, right? Because Crimson Mystfire's got nothing left in asset, just a Tacticalism, right? I think that's it. Because the Tacticalism hasn't been used, and that's all that he would have left. I believe we're looking at our champion retaining currently. I don't think Mystfire's got anything left. I think this will be it. Hand refill stage. And Arachne is gone. Well, not Arachne, Athena is gone. Okay, regeneration on the Barox. Definitely safe to say this is game, everybody. Been very well played from Mystfire, but there is just simply nothing that Mystfire can do that will actually win them this game here. Unless there's something I have not ever seen. I believe this is it. That is game. Crimson wins the match and defends their title. Very well done, sir. Dang, that was a match. Thank you for watching. That was a long one. I'll probably cut that so that we do after the final Athena is gone. Well played, everyone. Thank you for watching. This has been Tom.